If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and
acknowledge us.
Hey guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We back here. We're here to talk about WWE Saturday Night's Main Event 2024 grading and review. We will talk about Saturday Night Main Event post-show review. We'll talk about the matches and we'll talk about the grading and review. And we're of course going to go over what went wrong with Saturday Night's Main Event. Don't want to miss out on it, so let's tune into it. So, we're here live on Facebook and X. We're here to talk about it. It was a very fast-paced show tonight. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but nonetheless, we're going to talk about it anyway. So with that being said, before we do begin, let's look to the match card for Saturday night's main event. Let's look to the match card real quick before we begin. So let's look over that. So let's look over a couple minutes. All right, we got three championship matches, 3 world championship matches. We got one inaugural title match, and we got regular one-on-one Sami versus Drew, women's world title Liv Morgan versus Iyo Sky. We have the World Heavyweight Championship triple threat, Gunther versus Damian versus Fend. We have the inaugural to be crowned women's United States champion, to be crowned between Michin and Chelsea Green. And for the main event, Cody Rhodes defends his undisputed WWE title versus Kevin Owens. Let's start off with the matches here. Let's kick it off. Let's go ahead and do it. The first match I do want to talk about, let's talk about Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. All right, this match here immediately started as soon as Drew came out. After Sami came out, Sami immediately attacked Drew. He let Drew get his coat off. So they went and had their match. They started off that way. There were some near falls. Sami tried to Luva kick. It's like Drew was reading him the whole match. It seemed like Sami was playing checkers, and Drew was playing chess. It seemed like this match was very fast. Next thing I know was going so fast paced. This match had to be no more than maybe 7-8 minutes. But nonetheless, when it came down to it, Drew hit Sami with the Claymore. And 1, 2, 3, we had the first winner of the night. Drew McIntyre won the match. I know he said backstage afterwards, he said it was 1 down, 4 to go. He's referred to Bloodline. So I guess since he took down Sami, he talking about Jimmy, Jay, he got his toe, Roman, and Punk. So it'll be in that order. So he is done with Sami Zayn. As I predicted, Drew McIntyre was going to win this match. No surprise here. So we gotta see what the next move gonna be for Drew McIntyre when he goes on Raw. I don't know if he or remember we got transfer window. I don't know if we're going to continue to see Drew on SmackDown when he moves to SmackDown. That would be a formidable move. The best thing to do, because if Drew wants to sell bits with Bloodline, we know Bloodline's mostly on SmackDown, but they could go to Raw. I've heard that OG Bloodline's going to Raw with the transfer window, so Drew very well will stay on Raw, but nonetheless, he still has business to settle with the original Bloodline, the OG Bloodline. But Drew McIntyre won. That's good. He needed to win. Sami didn't, so it was a fast-paced match. It was just too fast. It was okay, just too fast. Let's move on to the next match of the night. We got the Women's World Championship. We got the champion Liv Morgan defend the title against Iyo Sky. Another match that started off very fast-paced. Very fast-paced on this match as well. We saw that Iyo Sky did not waste time doing her flying moves. We saw that she was going to do whatever she could for the win. We also saw that Liv Morgan was coming back. She was trying to counter what Iyo was doing. But I know it was a botch in the match. Iyo Sky hit Liv Morgan with the knee, and Liv was bleeding. Iyo Sky also hit a trio of German suplexes. She almost slipped off the top rope. We had a couple mistakes that Iyo made. Thank goodness she recovered. She had the Bullet Train attack. But I know Liv Morgan got her with the Oblivion, and that was it. Now, however, Liv Morgan did win the match and retain her Women's World Championship, as I predicted. However, as soon as she did, we saw Rhea Ripley, her music hit, and she stared down Liv Morgan once again. We know that the rivalry between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley is far from over. Now, granted, they are playing that Liv has defeated Rhea, but always with help, not clean, and also due to her being a heel. So I'm guessing, my assumption, the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley program is going to continue on to roll over to WrestleMania next year, and Rhea Ripley will probably defeat her for that belt. Or I would say too, maybe Raquel Rodriguez. Keep an eye on Raquel Rodriguez as well. She very well could do that too. So we won't ignore that part. But it was a match that Iyo was very fast paced going in, a lot of energy, and I think Liv was just going too fast and got too hyper, and it's just messing a couple spots in this match. So that's my take on that one. So that's how I saw that particular match go out. Next match, we had another World Championship match. We had another World Championship match there. We had Damian Priest and Finn Balor challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Immediately, we saw that Finn and Damian was going nonstop with each other. Damian was going fast at first, nonstop. After he focused on Finn, he went to Gunther, and him and Gunther was going back and forth. And I know at certain points in the match, it came down to, who wants to be the World Heavyweight Champion the most. But I could tell that Finn and Damian over that program, they've been obsessed with this belt. They both stopped each other from getting a pinfall as many times in the match as we was getting near falls. But I will say that despite that, Gunther was a workhorse. He did a powerbomb to Damian Priest on top of steel steps. He stopped Finn from doing a quarter roll on top rope. And after he hit the powerbomb to Damian on steel steps, he hit a powerbomb to Finn Balor. He pinned Finn Balor 1, 2, 3. And yes, Gunther is still the World Heavyweight Champion. He was not my original pick. I actually had Finn Balor picked to win to become the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. But that's how that goes. I know Gunther was trying his best to put Damian to sleep. He reversed it. He countered that. Damian and Gunther are used to each other now. This will be the third time they've been in the ring with each other from SummerSlam and, of course, Survivor Series, and now here. So, and then there were other parts to the match where Gunther was just moving very, he was just upbeat with it. He didn't miss a step. That was the end of that match. Next match, we have the conclusion of the Women's United States Championship tournament, coming down to the finals of Chelsea Green versus Michin. This actually here was interesting. The crowd was really for Chelsea. This match was interesting. You know, it was a good back and forth between both. I saw that Piper Niven, she was going to get involved somewhere in the match. She got involved at some points on Michin. Michin, she hit her with the eat defeat. Eat defeat, got her on the floor. But she got Chelsea with eat defeat, and Chelsea was very clever. She rolled over to the other side of the ring. When the Michin pinned her, Chelsea had a leg up, so it was very smart. And I know at one point, Michin, when she got back to the ring, I took care of Piper after eat defeat. She hit her with the knee, and she tried to go for him prettier, got countered to a near fall. Then it got to the point where Chelsea Green got out the top rope, and after she got Meech out top rope, she got in position for a prettier, set up perfectly. She hit a 1, 2, 3, boom. Winner and an inaugural Women's United States Champion, well deserved. Chelsea Green, I already had her predicted. I said Chelsea or Bayley was going to be the first one to capture this title, and I stated why Chelsea or Michin needed more. Bayley already a seasoned veteran. She already has a name. She didn't need this title. I knew Timmy Stratter wasn't going to win. She already had the Women's Money in the Bank. I knew she wasn't going to cash on this title either. Just want to notate that too. That didn't make sense. So it makes sense for Chelsea or Michin. It says Chelsea began a huge pop this year. Date back to Money in the Bank in Toronto in Canada. Date to matches. She's really been over with the crowd. And for hard work, she's been taking L's left and right. Chelsea Green is finally champion. She finally gets her flowers. They mentioned on the night that 7 years ago today that Chelsea won the Impact TV title. Also, she defended first against Michin, who also was in TNA. So these women have history. And both Chelsea and Michin are former TNA Knockouts Women's World Champion. So Chelsea been in the game for quite some time, and she also does some work in Lucha Underground. Very underrated wrestler. Always thought that WWE kind of held her back with her wrestling ability. Very funny character. I didn't like Chelsea character at first, but grew on me later. But I'm glad Chelsea Green won the United States champion. I know she's gonna do a thing with the title, well deserved, and she earned it. Definitely earned it. So I gotta give her due when it comes to winning that title because she put in the work in years and years and years, and now she's finally got that. So definitely happy for her winning. And it's gonna be a fighting champion, or maybe a heelish, cowardly champion. Her character, but fighting champion nonetheless. And she just got her due, which is great. And I'm gonna take this time out right now to give her flowers. Again, congratulations, Chelsea, for winning the Women's United States Championship. So that's good. She won. Last but not least, let's get to the main event. Main event, we already know, it comes down to the undisputed WWE Championship, the rivalry. Cody Rhodes to finish championship against Kevin Owens. Cody Rhodes comes out, yes, with the winged belt. As we all knew it was, Kevin Owens comes out, and this match here, it's a good storytelling. It was a good story between the two, as Kevin Owens kept staring at the undisputed belt. Very good storytelling, but I feel like we've seen this story told before, similar to Bash of Berlin. Cody Rhodes, he played off the knee injury, similar to how it was at Bash in Berlin. Also, how Chad Gable got the knee injury. It's just we've seen this before. But this time, Kevin Owens is the heel. Now, he did not take advantage so much like I thought he would have over Cody being hurt. When he did try to take advantage, he grabbed the steel chair. Both Cody and Kevin knocked out the referee in different times in the match. And when they did do that, we saw one ref come in. Kevin had Cody beat. Now, this match, like I said, very interesting match with this one. Kevin had Cody beat. But the ref came in late, near fall. Kevin was obviously not happy about that. Then it was a crossbody that Cody's going to do with the Cody cutter. He knocked out second referee. Now, when Cody did the crossroads on Kevin Owens on top of the chair with no ref looking, Charles Robinson, the original referee, we see right here in the third picture here, he came in, he counted it. I never saw a ref do that. He counted it from outside and wasn't in the ring. And next thing we know, we had Cody Rhodes still undisputed WWE champion, as I predicted. Cody Rhodes, he held the title up in the air. Happy he retained. And next thing you know, this was off the air. Kevin Owens attacks Cody Rhodes. So that was very interesting to see with KO and Cody. As we know, Cody Rhodes was taken out by ambulance. He was taken out by a stretcher. He was gone. He's out of there. So they're really going to sell the story. They're probably going to write Cody off for the next couple weeks, probably until maybe the next Saturday night main event. That's going to be mid-January next month, a little under a month from now, or in these couple weeks. It's just the right storyline. Expect Randy Orton to come back. I thought he may show up tonight. He didn't. Then afterwards, when Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes with that pile driver, he left the arena with the WWE Championship. But before he could walk out, he was stopped by the CEO, the Chief Content Officer, COO, known as Paul Levesque, aka Triple H.
So whether you like it or not, you about to get that work, son.
And that's what Kevin Owens did to Cody Rhodes. And Triple H came in and he got physical and had an altercation with Kevin Owens as well. So that was wild. That's how that went down between Cody and Kevin at the end of the matchup. And of course, Triple H chimed in, saw what's going on. He was not going to let Kevin Owens get away with it. He let him have it. But that's definitely crazy how that whole thing went. That whole ordeal went. So wow, just something different. But definitely was the end of the Saturday Night Main Event. Now I gotta get to my rating. Now my rating, I gotta tell you, I was not too high on this PLE. I'm sorry, not a PLE, TV special. I was not too high on this. My rating is a 2.5. This was not a good Saturday Night Main Event. Some may feel otherwise. I only like really 2 matches, and it was the bottom 2 that you see in this picture. Top 3, no. It was either too fast or it was botchy. But I did not like this event at all. I thought it was I have my reasons. I'm going to explain why when we get to the segment here of what went wrong. I'm going to really dive into this. Other than that, though, this is a 2.5 out of 5. And if it weren't for the stuff happening at the end of the show with the whole altercation between Triple H and Kevin Owens, and of course Kevin Owens doing the power drive on Cody, I probably gave it a less rating than that. So with that being said, let's get into that. What went wrong with Saturday night's main event? And since I gave it such a bad rating, I really have to go in. Let's talk about it. First off, too many matches. It was too many matches on this card. This was only a 2-hour program with commercials. And for the namesake of the main event Saturday night, this event has a lot of history behind it. Matter of fact, I just did a watch along review alongside Figure 4 TV on his channel about it, and I'm gonna put that video on here. And the story was just much better then. This stuff here was kind of rushed, and they was pressed for time. I get it. If anything, should have had 3 matches. 4 was pushing it. Another thing that ruined this whole card of too many matches, not just that, we had commercials every match. It was literally similar to a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, which is fine. I get it. It's not a PLE. It's an event. It should have been that many matches. All you had to do was do 3 matches on here. You could have had the men's title, the women's world title, and you could have had Michin versus I would have KO versus Cody. I would have Liv versus Iyo, and you could have Michin versus Chelsea Green. I would have took Sami, Zayn, Drew McIntyre out of there. You really didn't need that match. And you could have took the world title out of there if it wasn't going to change hands. Since the World Heavyweight Championship, yes, it was a triple threat. If it was not going to change hands like it did not tonight, unless we crown a brand new World Heavyweight Champion, it really didn't need to be on this card. Liv and Iyo, I get it. That match was needed, for the story. Of course, Cody and Kevin, that's what I question. And then we have a brand new Women's United States Champion in the tournament, inaugural. You want to crown that at a big event like Saturday Night Main Event, so that makes sense too, especially in New York. But the other 2 matches at the top, the world title and Sami versus Drew, that opened the show was not needed. So, what happens when I see stuff, commercials every match and stuff overloaded? We already know what happens, right?
What's gonna happen? No. Words? You just made the list.
So I did not like that. Another thing I saw a problem. I mentioned it earlier, and I'll mention it again. We saw during this match here, Iyo Sky botched the knee to Liv Morgan's face. She kneed her right in her nose. Liv was bleeding, and that was a serious botch. That was a botch. And also, that's not the only botch she had. She also slipped on top rope. Almost fell too, but she caught herself. She slipped, and it was a very noticeable slip. But this was not good at all either. This did not help by any means. It just was not working. So I don't know. Like I said, we saw that going on. But it's just, if you guys remember, it was definitely a thing going on with that. So if you guys remember, when she did do that, it was definitely they played in slow motion. She botched it so bad, they played in slow motion, and it really could have took. I almost felt like 2015 when Seth Rollins kneed John Cena to his nose. So it looked nasty though.
Knee bang by Iyo Sky.
So that was a botch, and like I said, she slipped onto the rope, almost fell as well. Also not good. Also not good as well. So that was bad. That did not look too good for Liv. You can tell Liv looked visibly upset and kind of out of place after being kneed. She took her title, after retaining it, and left. But you can see little marks on there, but she brushed it off. But again, you know what happens when he botches like that, especially from a veteran like Iyo. We already know what happened.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So yeah, this was not good at all. Definitely not something you want to do. Be careful of that. But I did see that being a problem. Definitely see that being an issue. So also let's get into more. Let's get into more of what went wrong. And we're going to talk about the Gunther. Now Gunther during this match, he almost botched himself at the spot where he was powerbombed Damian Priest onto the steel steps outside. He almost slipped and didn't powerbomb him. Now I don't know if that was Damian, so he was resistant, or Gunther. Gunther normally don't have that issue, but Gunther's powerbombed Damian before, so it shouldn't have been a problem. Either way, it was about almost botched powerbomb, and that was not good in the match. That match seemed very too fast-paced as well. That was an issue. Just not good though. Not good at all. Definitely not good. Definitely not a good thing to do that. So I didn't like that at all of how they was doing that. So, but you guys know what happens once I see that happen. We already know what happens when it comes down to that, and it shouldn't be happening in the first place. Definitely shouldn't be seeing that. Not good at all.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So this was not good at all for Damian Priest. I don't like the fact that the world title didn't change hands. I think, like I said earlier, this match here, it should have been saved for a Monday Night Raw, and it needs to be on this show here. Every major, almost every world title The men's and women's division was defended at this show, except for the women's title that currently held by Nia Jax. I think the World Heavyweight Championship should have been not on this show as well. I would preferred it because all champions retained. I don't see what was the use of this show. There was a lot of anticipation about this show. It like something was going to change, but it didn't. Remember, we don't have Royal Rumble until February, Elimination Chamber March, and WrestleMania mid-late April. Now we do have another Saturday night's main event. That will be a month from now. I think it's January 25th, a little over a month, unless something happens then, which I doubt, but definitely not good though. Definitely not good at all. So I don't like how that went out. If it weren't for that, it would have been a little bit better. I just expected a little bit more from the world title match. Especially if he was going to book it that way. But that's just me. That's one thing I did see wrong. Let's get into another thing I saw wrong with Raw. With Saturday night's main event. Excuse me. Cody Rhodes. I'm just gonna say it. I like Cody Rhodes, but all his matches are starting to look the same. He does every time: disaster kick, Cody cutter, crossroads attempt, Cody cutter off the top rope. Cody Rhodes do the same scenario every single match, whether it's at a Saturday night main event, whether it's at a SmackDown, whether it's at a PLE, doesn't matter. Cody Rhodes, he has the same sequence. All his matches are starting the same. And Cody Rhodes, I could tell, is definitely a superstar, not a wrestler now, because he definitely doing all similar to the 5 moves that John Cena has. He's becoming like a John Cena with certain moves. He has certain sequence. That's how it goes. Then that's it. Match over. Champion retains his title, or the superstar wins this match. So that's what I see with it, and you already know what happens when I see that.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
So I definitely made the list on that one. I don't know what's going to happen with this KO feud. Kevin Owens took him out. So I just say that at the end of the day, I hope that the Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes feud have a huge payoff. I really hope so, because if this all ends in Cody retaining, it really is not doing nothing for Cody, and most certainly not doing enough for Kevin Owens. I don't know where this is going to go. Cody has been champion now for a minute. He's been champion for a minute now. Cody's held to the WWE Championship for a good while. If I had to guess how long he held the belt, I want to say a good 250 days at least. It's just I really hope this transfer window that really puts more people on SmackDown. Cody needs opponents, and that's why I thought we was gonna get some title changes tonight, because we have the transfer window. Because Cody, he needs more opponents. Definitely do. That's without question. And I hope the transfer window works for SmackDown, especially because Raw, they have a lot of people over there. But they bring a lot to Raw with this whole Netflix on Raw. But I don't get it. I don't. And I think that's affecting Cody Rhodes' run as WWE champion. That's why I think it's really affecting that for what it's worth. And I think that's why it's the way it is now. But I don't know what is Kevin Owens feud going. I don't know how they're going to do it, how it's going to work. I'm not sure on that part. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens next. I don't know. But Cody Rhodes, he's definitely running out of opponents. He's already faced what AJ Styles, Logan Paul had a small feud with. Now Kevin Owens, second time you wrestle Kevin Owens at the event, Bash and Berlin PLE now Saturday night main event. So he has to get more opponents. Rumors still I know he has Randy Orton and The Rock, stuff like that. I get that. He does. Cody Rhodes held to the belt for 250 days. And it's going to be time to get Cody Rhodes more opponents or get the belt off him. He needs fresh opponents too. Not just people he faced off before like Kevin Owens. Hopefully we get some good people from Raw that would transfer over to SmackDown or call up from NXT. Because Cody needs some opponents. He doesn't really have anything. We have mostly on SmackDown as of right now tag teams and stables. We have the whole DIY tag team champions. We have MCMG, another tag team, Street Profits. We have them as a tag team. Usos still got them. Well, I know Jimmy Uso was told, but there are plenty of tag teams. And not enough single stars. So that's where that's going. And the transfer window is best to have it where it can work in SmackDown's favor. Not so much gives SmackDown the short end of the stick. Do something. Because Cody's run out of opponents. Like I say, he faced off against AJ Styles in two matches, Backlash and I want to say Clash at the Castle. Logan Paul, Carmelo Hayes, he defended against once. Kevin Owens twice. He's really had no other feuds than that. He really had no many feuds within the 250 days he held the belt. I mean, Randy Orton and The Rock, that's it. The only two people I see him facing off for. Rock, we know, does come every so often, basically for WrestleMania now, whenever he does. Randy Orton, he's out right now with the storyline of what same thing Kevin Owens did to Cody tonight, he did to Randy Orton a couple weeks ago. So we got to see how that's going to work out, how that's going to all pan out. Because this is Cody Rhodes. A lot of people are not happy with his current WWE championship run right now. Saying it's boring. He don't need to have a title, blah, blah, blah. Cody's a good champion. He's need more opponents and a better story. He does that, he'll be fine. I understand some of his matches may get repetitive, but he just don't. He never had the right rivalries compared to Monday Night Raw with the World Heavyweight Championship. Think about it. On Raw right now, you got Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, you have Gunther, you have Sami Zayn, you have Seth Rollins, you had Bronson Reed, you got Braun Breaker. I'm saying general, just all single stars. You got a lot of names over there. You know, Braun Strowman was over there. He's on SmackDown now. Yeah, a lot of big men on Raw. Like I said, a lot of stars. So with the world title that Gunther holds, there's plenty of Finn Balor. There's plenty of men on that brand that you can defend the title against and have a good rivalry with. SmackDown, not so much. You only have limited. Like I said, you got right now Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. That's it. Other people, they either hurt like AJ Styles that he already feuded with. Logan Paul's out. He's, not needed at this current time. He's taking his time off to be with his family, but there's really no feuds. Yes, you have Andrade, LA Knight. You have a few guys like that. I mean, it's mostly tag teams and stables over there. So this is not a good look. And I think this will make Cody stories look so redundant when he had these matches and do the same moves because there's really no opponents for that show when it comes to SmackDown. So like I said, transfer window, I know they're working on it. We need some more people besides Braun Strowman. Get some people from Raw, more people from Raw. that like either a world champion contender or a former world champion. I think they do that. That will help out Cody's championship run a little bit more. Because I heard Cody Rhodes is slated to lose the belt at WrestleMania next year or sometime next year. They do that, it'll be a done deal. Definitely be a done deal. But until then, no. There's no more you can do with the situation here. So hopefully they get it right. I really hope so. But I see that's an issue in all his matches. Cody Rhodes has a very, very predictable finish how he does his matches. And I think this is what's upsetting people who don't like Cody Rhodes as champion. You know? And these may be, and I don't mean these could be the Cody crybabies, could be the people that really originally didn't want him to win the championship. Could have been the Roman Reigns fans. But like I said, that's I saw that wrong as well with it. And you know, another thing, why it's always, I guess it's to tell stories with KO and Cody. Why it's always suspense after the show's over? We saw us at Bad Blood. They're doing that again. And we're talking about the whole Cody being attacked by Kevin Owens, and the whole thing with KO and Triple H. They always do this after the show now. If this was going on during the show, it would have made it just a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
And that is undisputed.
So I thought that would have helped it out a little bit more. Definitely thought it made sense to do it that way. But, you know, that's how I see it. You know, everybody may not feel that same way towards it. But it's always some stuff happening after the show is over. Always stuff happening after the show is over. Always. Always that going on. I just wish they would have aired it during the show. So that's what I see. And another thing I'm going to add to this is actually I kind of see this coming. This is gonna sting a little bit, and this is a fact. And we've seen this time and time again. And it's about Kevin Owens. If Kevin Owens at the end of the day do not win the WWE title, I don't see him getting as close again to any world championship. I'm surprised, honestly, he got this close. You know, all the times he challenged Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship and came out unsuccessful, it could very well be the same scenario here. Could very well be. Very well could be, because Kevin Owens has not held a championship in literally 8 years, almost 9 years now. So this is a problem, and it's not doing him any favors, none whatsoever. Like I said, it's a good story with Kevin Owens, especially mocking being a troll, wearing a Goda shirt, and call himself the Canadian Dream. All of that great story, great. It's compelling. I get it. It really is. But the thing is, if it's not really, again, if it's not a payoff for Kevin Owens, it really don't make sense to do it. Got to have a payoff. Got to have a long-term thinking plan. Because Kevin Owens needs something. I mean, you got him right now carrying out, walking out with the Winged Eagle title. This will create major heat. This can help his character. But the only thing about Kevin Owens, we've seen this time and time again, like I said, over the course of years. Kevin Owens, he has a little bit a losing streak when it comes to world title matches in his career. After losing the Universal Championship, look at this history here. He's challenged for the WWE title with AJ Styles, lost. He challenged it for the WWE title when Daniel Bryan was champion, lost. He challenged it again in AJ Styles' second run as champion, lost. Challenged Kofi Kingston for his WWE title, lost. Then, of course, like I said, the whole thing with Roman Reigns, the bloodline. He has challenged Roman Reigns not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times he challenged Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship in the past 4 years. And he came all empty-handed at the end of the match. And then he also challenged while Big E was WWE champion. Lost. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you want to include the 2 matches with Cody Rhodes, that makes 11. So Kevin Owens is on an 11-match losing streak when it comes to world title matches. He has not won a match for a world title in years and 11 times. Now, this is not good, and there's no better chance that he should win it. You think he would win a world title by now, but he's not. We already know what happens when you don't win like that.
You know what's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, Kevin Owens, I didn't realize this is how many times this man challenged for any Universal WWE title and have not won. And this is safe to say that he won't win now. Why would he win now? And that's what I mean. If he does not win this title from Cody Rhodes, I don't see him getting as close again. This right here is a stretch for him, concerning his story with Roman Reigns. And I showed it. He challenged 4 times when Roman was champion. 4 times. I think he challenged Roman Reigns in his long championship run more than anybody else. More than Brock Lesnar. More than Drew McIntyre. More than anybody. No one's challenged for Roman Reigns championship during his run more than Kevin Owens. Cody Rhodes, of course, too. And he's the one that beat him. It only took Cody 2 tries. Kevin, it took you challenged him 4, you still didn't win. I know bloodline's a factor, but there were times that Roman still got you without the bloodline. And it's just not looking good. And I think this will hurt Kevin Owens' character. If he does not win the WWE title, it's going to hurt the whole story, everything. And we already know that, as I predicted before. I knew once this match ended between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event, Cody will become out the victor. He will retain the undisputed WWE championship, not Kevin Owens winning. Unfortunately, it sucks for Kevin Owens. But this got to end at some given point, because he's not going to beat Cody Rhodes unless there's a big plan for him right now and we just don't know about it. I don't see that happening with Kevin Owens at all. I don't see it happening. I could be wrong. But he's not going to get this close again when it comes to the WWE Championship, because it's the last hurrah for him. If anything, Kevin Owens will be back in the mid-card, may fight for the United States title, or Intercontinental if he goes to Raw. That's the first I see Kevin Owens going. Like I said, unless Triple H has something planned out big for him, like they play with Finn Balor right now, I just don't see it right now at this given time. I don't see it. I don't see how it would make any sense to do that. So I don't like where this is going. I really don't. I mean, he powerbombed Cody after the match, took the Wing Eagle title. Like, how much more you got to tell the story of Kevin Owens becoming a champion? What more do you have to do? That's all I'm saying. What more do you have to do for Kevin Owens? to make him like a contender. Because at this point, he's not a contender for anything. He looks like a joke. He's like a straight joke. So I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna do that. I mean, I'm glad Cody defended the belt for once, but Kevin Owens, I don't see how this is gonna be for him storyline wise. I don't see how it's gonna benefit him to get over there, and I just don't see it how it would benefit him. I don't see it. I just don't see it at all. I just don't. So I don't understand it. I don't see how this is gonna work if Kevin Owens do not get a big payoff with this whole title. I don't see how it'll work. I don't know what's gonna happen next. But this whole event was just was not it for me. This event was not it. Like I said, I just got a big problem with there was no title changes. No title changes. Just, I mean, that's another thing I saw issue with. Besides world title not changing, no title changed hands. I'm not including the Michin versus Chelsea Green because that was an inaugural championship. Whoever won was going to be a new champion regardless. Of course, I'm not counting that. But between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Triple Threat, Liv and Iyo, no title changes. Why have all these titles up? They all going to defend. You know, Kevin and Cody don't defend that much. The world title gets defended regularly, fair amount. Same with the women's world title, fair amount. But there was no title changes. Nobody changed their title. No change at all with the championship. That is a big problem. There was no another thing I didn't see in either. They said this too. I guess they didn't see this happen either. No big surprise appearances. And I mean for people we haven't seen in a while. I'm not talking about Rhea Ripley showing up. I'm not talking about that at all. No surprise appearances was happening. If it was probably backstage. I'm talking about on like Rhea Ripley was, just someone we haven't seen in a while. Charlotte Flair was heavily supposed to be show out. She didn't come. So that kind of was a downer too. I think that what brought the show the quality down. Because it is the main event. To see someone pop out would have been great. And we did not see that with this show tonight. Not at all. So that kind of sucked. Both. No world title changes, no anything.
You know what's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
Yeah, so I had an issue with that. But back to the whole no title changes. I was expecting Gunther, if anything, to lose his world title. If worst case scenario, Liv Morgan lose her women's world title, that would have been a shocker. And Liv could still probably feud it with Rhea Ripley, maybe, possibly, because they both. If Iyo had won tonight, Liv and Rhea could have fought Iyo for a title. It would have been a triple threat step 1-on-1. So it could have went down like that, but it didn't. And I just don't see it. The show was not it for me. I was not happy about this show. It was not the best show, in my opinion. Definitely not the best show. Could have been better, yeah. A lot of things could have been changed. And they did not do that at all. But that's how I see the show. Like I said, I know there's another one coming up. I don't know how they're going to set up the next one. But we do have another one in January. And that's supposed to be in San Antonio. We are going to get another show. I'll cover that show as well. I know they just had a sale for it. They just had a sale for it, the pre-sale and everything. But that will be coming out for that particular show. So I know that will go down. And it's supposed to be, like I said, it's supposed to be January 25th. January 25th, I believe. That'll be the next Saturday Night Main Event show. Hopefully it's booked better. Hopefully some title change, something happens. So that will be the next show. Like I said, less than a month. I just hope it's booked better, period. Even if there are no title changes, do something different. I don't like how this whole thing went. It just seemed too fast, especially with commercials and Factor. It was no different than original Raw SmackDown, and I preferred that over this. This is supposed to be the historic Saturday Night's Main Event, starting with 80, 88, 87. I'm sorry, 87, 88. And what can you say? Now, Jesse Ventura was there. He did the commentary on his end, but maybe just me. Maybe I'll expect too much. Maybe, but this is Saturday Night Main Event. You're supposed to expect something. So we haven't had this show since 2008, which would be what? 16 years ago. 16 years ago. So, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. But we'll see what happens next. Then we'll see what the next move is going to be. And we'll see what the fallout is going to be on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. But we'll see more about the transfer window. I don't know where that's going to end. But we'll definitely see what the next move is going to be with WWE. But something is just... I'll just rather wait off, honestly, until February Royal Rumble and just keep... I don't know if they're going to do day one this year. I haven't heard anything about day one. They're going to do that again for January. I'm ready to wait for that next Saturday Night Main Event and Royal Rumble in February 1st. If you're going to keep running shows like this, I'd rather just wait till then. Because this is not it. It's just not. I had some expectations for this show, and it didn't need all these matches here either. You just didn't need it. It was overloading the show. He booked this show like a PLE, and this was not a PLE. It was just a TV special on NBC Peacock. Triple H normally books 5 matches on the PLE, and that was irritating too. So I think that made a major factor in why the matches went the way they did. So that's not good either. So that should have not went that way. But we'll see what happens next. Definitely see what happens next. That's all it was, a TV special. Not a PLE. Definitely not. So it sucks. It's messed up, but that's how it is. But hopefully the next one is different. And don't put all these world titles at these at this TV special if you're not going to have nothing drastic happen in the story. That's all I'm saying. They do it like that. If they do that and limit the matches, Saturday Night Main Event will run very smoothly. This was too rushed and a lot of botching. I think that's why the botching happened too, because they were on a clock. They had to do their match a certain amount of time. It was time constraints in the match. In the matches, it was time constraints, and we saw that tonight. Everything was moving fast paced. Drew and Sami fast paced. Iyo and Liv very fast paced. Damian, the triple threat was fast paced. That's the room for the last 2 matches. So hopefully they don't do that next time. Limit the matches down. Don't put all the world title matches on the line if nothing crazy happens. So if they do that, be fine. And that's all I have regarding WWE Saturday Night's Main Event 2024 grading and review. Saturday Night Main Event post-show review. You guys let me know what you think of the TV special. Check out the content here, guys. We'll talk more. I may talk more about this here. Maybe a video about it. Keep a lookout for it. So check out the links to the channel. Check out videos, links to other live streams. Until then, guys, you already know what it is. It's OUT.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired. But this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.